So we're back just to wrap up what has been an amazing day. And there's a couple of things we just want to pull together. So if you could just pop up the partner slide for me, first of all, please, Richard, thank you. I just wanted to really signpost out the organisations who work with diverse educators to make our event series possible. Our 5 partners this year are the Global Equality Collective, Lifter, TGLO, Leeds Beckett University and Alliance for Learning. And they've each got a partner page on our website. They have all got a different part of the sector when it comes to DEI. Please do have a look at what they're doing. Benny and I are on a panel at Leeds Beckett this Wednesday night around inclusive allyship. It's a free event. Would love to see you there. And Sophie just disappeared from Phoenix Education, but I think that's an example of, she came to the event last January. We started having a conversation. We've stayed in touch all year, and she has curated this amazing panel for us. And just what inspiring young people. I think having 7 people speaking today under 18 has really opened my eyes and my ears. I felt quite emotional during the girls panel, actually. I thought I was going to cry at one point. I've only met them for the first time online this week. Thanks, Rich. Pop that one back down again for me, please. And I just wanted to reference really our book. So Benny's book has been plugged a little bit today. I know everyone has loved the little guide to diversity in schools, but we have done a call out for Diverse Educators, the manifesto. Some of the young people have already put themselves forward to contribute. We are looking for 110 contributors, 110 because there's going to be 10 sections, 9 sections, 1 for each of the protected characteristics. So we're looking for a chapter editor and then 10 contributors per protected characteristic. We then have a section on intersectionality. So we'd absolutely love to hear from you. And then Benny and I have got the hard job of whittling down several hundred offers down to the last 110. So thank you in advance for that. Benny, what are your reflections on today?
I think, like you said, the fact that we had 7 under 18s with us today shows me that actually some of our teacher events can be really exclusive of the voices of some of our stakeholders, and perhaps that's done out of fear, perhaps that's done out of well, it's never been done before, but where we are having conversations about young people, especially when we've got the opportunities to link up virtually like this, we should be including the voices of parents, our governors, our young people, because that coming from them, there's such a sense of the fact that there's an understanding of the issues. And I think sometimes we assume, again, possibly based on age discrimination, that young people don't have any concepts of what we're talking about. So to hear it today and to hear it articulated so beautifully makes me think, well, where are we seeing this elsewhere?
Thank you. It's made me think about the event problem we keep seeing on social media. There's a lot of events popping up that lack representation, and we do challenge lack of representation when it comes to gender, when it comes to race. Doesn't always have the impact we want, but there's challenge, but perhaps that's another layer we need to be challenging as well. And can we really ask all of you to challenge that as well? I'm constantly getting DMs of, Hannah, have you seen this event? And I will always challenge it, but the louder we are collectively about voting with our feet, but asking why there's a lack of representation. I think that's really, really key. Diverse educators shouldn't be the only event showcasing diverse voices. We want to see this percolating every single event out there. So Benny, do you want to lead the pledge and the call to action from the audience today?
Absolutely. So what we'd like you to do is, if you've been following or if you intend to watch this later, is to tweet your pledge. Do we have the slide with the pledge on it, Richard? Fantastic. So as you can see on the slide here, the hashtag MyDiverseEdPledge. Can you please make sure that there's a capital M, a capital D and a capital E in MyDiverseEd, please, so that if you have electronic readers, they can pick up all of those words. What are your intentions, having listened to the adults and the students today? What are your intentions and how can you turn them into actions? It would be really great to get a collection of those on Twitter so that we're really really starting to get some conversations going around this. So yes, do put them in the comments, but then do also see if you can get onto Twitter and get those over to us. It'd be really interesting to see by the time we get to the next event how far we've got when we look back at some of those pledges, and it'll be interesting to hear your stories. There are lots of events going on for Diverse Ed, so please do keep an eye out on the Diverse Ed website, where you'll have signposting to all of the different things that you can take part in as well.
So Benny, talking about books, you're getting lots of props in the chat about your amazing bookshelves. Could you just do a bit of a shout out about your daily book signposting on social media so people know about that, please, as well?
Absolutely. So one of my pledges was, I read a lot. Some of you are talking about my bookshelves. Yes, they are a thing of beauty. Thank you. And they are color coded, and I'm not going to apologize for that. The importance of sharing our common reading. People often say, well, I don't know where to start. So which book should I read? So I'm tweeting every day, and I have been since January the 1st. There'll be 365 books to change the world. And they are books split into the protected characteristics. So this month, I'm very much talking about race and culture, and coloniality, and the pre-colonial experiences across the globe. So hopefully that will end up being a resource in itself, that people can see a collection of books that will increase our subject knowledge around particular protected characteristics. So hopefully it'll be a help to people, and all feedback. And if you have recommendations, please do tweet me and recommend books to me for it.
So Benny's pledge is about sharing her extensive reading knowledge and reading list. My pledge is about sharing the mic. And I would really encourage everyone listening to really think about the platforms they get asked to speak at and who is missing. And when we say no to speak at an event that's not inclusive, what often happens is we're replaced with someone who just says yes and doesn't question the lineup. So if any of you are ever asked to speak at an event, before you say yes and you're flattered into just sort of like jumping on board onto the schedule, please find out who else is speaking. Please do some challenge to the event organisers. Please encourage them not to pop out their headline as being all straight, white, cisgender men, and then the diversity comes out and wave 2, wave 3 of the marketing. I would really like us all to do that piece of work together. So thank you for all tuning in today. The recordings of the 5 panels will be edited by our lovely wing person, Richard, who's been lurking in the back scenes all day. They'll go onto our website at some point next week. And please do then share them with your friends, family, colleagues. I think my final comment today is there's been lots of parents and carers messaging me to say their kids are also tuning in today. It's on the TV, they're ironing, they're cleaning, they're watching Diverse Ed. And we've got 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds tuning in, asking questions as well. So let's think about how we can share the conversations far and wide. Thank you very much. We'll see you at Easter for our next event.